Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and often I get asked the question, should I mine myself for Bitcoin, or should I buy one of these contracts where someone else will mine for me? Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about, should I consider getting a cloud mining contract because I want to mine Bitcoin, or should I look at trying to mine it myself? Now, first let me say that mining it yourself, you have to buy specialized equipment. You have to buy an ASIC miner. You cannot mine Bitcoin on a CPU. Well, you can, but it is incredibly inefficient. You will be paying the power company to try and create a little bit of Bitcoin. It just doesn't work anymore that way. That's where it started out, but that's not where it is now. So something that has sprung up since then is cloud mining. And cloud mining may seem like a good idea. And I suppose that there are people who can make money doing this and everything. And so I just went and looked for cloud mining on Google. This was the #1 paid ad. This place was paying to be #1 on the list. And they were trying to address things like that they have a great reputation and everything. And I think it's because a lot of these places do not have a good reputation. Now, I want to point out something here. And that is that you are with these mining places, you're buying a 1-year contract. And that contract basically says you're going to be paying monthly for all of this time. Now, some of them claim that, okay, so we'll take some of your Bitcoin that you mined and we're going to use that against what you've got. But in the event that Bitcoin, let's say, drops in value, which I actually do not predict that that's going to happen, and I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just telling you what I think. If it was to drop in the next year while you're mining, then you could end up having to pay for this even without getting any money from it. So that's your risk here. You're locking yourself into a contract for a year, saying that you're gonna pay, this money and such to this company, and they're gonna mine for you. Okay, so this one it looks, I don't know. I don't see much that's really interesting here that tells me exactly what this is going to cost. So let's look at this other one here. And this is Bitcoin.com pool. Okay. So Bitcoin.com is actually not owned by Bitcoin. I will make that that statement here. They own the domain Bitcoin, but they are not the entity Bitcoin. So this right here, this picture in the background, this really is what a mining facility looks like. These are all what's called ant miners here. They are the specific machines. Those are the computers. Up here you can see fans and everything. Those are giant exhaust fans pulling air out because these create an incredible amount of heat. So now here you can buy this. So current daily returns of $12.07 per day, and let me just do some math here. So the 12-month plan, lifetime plan. What the hell? Who's going to do lifetime? Okay, sorry. Like I'm going to create a contract with you, and I am forever going to pay you to mine for me. What the hell? Okay, so the initial cost is $22.45. So that's $2,245 to put in. I'm going to divide that by 365 and get the daily cost there, $6.15 plus a daily fee of $1.40. And according to their math, it costs $7.55 is what you're paying them per day, and it will mine $12.07 a day for you. Well, you may look at that and go, oh my God, that's awesome. Why not do that? Well, again, what if the market changes? If the market changes, then you're still paying this for the next year and not getting as much. Now, here's how some things change. Okay, so I'm talking about price of Bitcoin dropping, but what happens when they change the difficulty? Because they actually modify the difficulty on Bitcoin mining based upon some certain parameters. I don't know what all of them are, but I know that this exists. They change the mining difficulty, which can make it harder or easier for you to earn money on your machine. So one of these just happened. So they just changed the difficulty here a couple of weeks ago, a couple of weeks before filming this. And that change, some people reported that it cost them money. Some people reported that they're making more now. I don't know. I don't know which one is right because I think they're all doing the same thing. But obviously they're having a hard time deciding. And so now if that happens and you go upside down in this, you're still paying. You're still paying for this. This is a contract. You're like, well, okay, this company's probably in China and I'm just going to cancel my credit card or whatnot. I'm not so sure that that will work. So in all honesty, if you're being honest with them, you're signing this contract for a year no matter where they are. So I'm not a big fan of this. In this lifetime, I think that you're absolutely crazy. I think that you absolutely 100% should know what the hell you're doing. And if you're going to do lifetime, then you may as well buy your own machines. And so in this also, okay, so there's older mining machines. They just tell you, that you're getting 5 terahertz or whatever. As the machines age and as Bitcoin mining matures, the amount of earnings from your hash rate decreases. It is because they come out with bigger, better, faster machines. They manage the difficulty. They change things. It's then more difficult for you to make money because your hardware is older. And so this is a problem. And it's just like some people are now saying that Ethereum is not worth mining right now because it's gone to a point where it's kind of tipped over the line where it's just no longer worth it. So what happens with Ethereum, what they'll do is they'll change things a bit to attract more miners back in to where they can make money again. But it does require bigger and bigger hardware each time, each one of these jumps. So my recommendation is not really to be doing these contracts. I think it's silly. If you are going to actually want to mine on your own, then maybe what you want is an ant miner. And these are the machines. See, they don't look like a computer, do they? These are the machines that are mining Bitcoins, like what we saw in those racks in those pictures. And these machines, I don't think you can build one yourself. I think that it's filled with a whole bunch of little ASICs chips, and they're doing them on their own. And part of the problem with Bitcoin, part of why there's some upheaval in Bitcoin, is because there's only a couple of companies that are making these, and these are what mine everything now. And so it causes them to have too much control. And that's why Bitcoin Gold has spun off, and why people wanted SegWit 2 and Bitcoin Cash. These are all spin-offs because of this issue. So, and it's a natural part of the Bitcoin economy. So the Antminer S9 right here, and it's 13.5 terahertz. And $1,415 if you can get one, which you currently can't. They're sold out. So let's go click on Learn More here. Will this page even come up? So, okay, so this is the price if you wanted to buy one for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, or Litecoin. So you can buy one of these. Now, this doesn't include a power supply. You have to buy a power supply for it too. And basically, it's this little box. It's got an entry fan and an exit fan. It does all the mining inside. You have a network connector and airflow going through. And then you need to buy, I don't know if they'll have some. They don't have them here. So you need to buy the power supply as well. And don't know how much the power supply is. So they are shipping these. Like right now, you can't buy them, but the ones that were last sold are not shipping until January. You don't know where Bitcoin's going to be in January. You're buying these. You can't even buy them right now, but people are buying these a couple of months in advance, and so it, you know, it looks like if you're willing to spend that much money to take a chance on that you'd be okay. So now here is some of the power supplies. Look like they're $105. So basically, you're spending $1,520 plus whatever shipping, and compared to that 2025 of that contract for the other one. Now, so I was recently talking to someone I know that has some Antminer S9s, and before power consumption costs, he's making about $375 per month. And so the power, let's just say the power costs $75 per month, which is probably doesn't cost nearly that much. It's probably a lot less. It's probably around $1 a day. But let's just say it's, you know, $300 a month. So you are still looking at, you know, 6 months to cover the cost of it, and then you start making profit. A lot can happen in that 6 months. These machines will probably last about 1 year to 2 years before technology shifts will change and they become less efficient, but they will over time. So when you get it, it'll be the most efficient. But over time, it's going to change in how efficient it is, and it's not going to be as efficient 1 year from now as it is now, even though it is doing the same amount of work. It's just that it takes more to make the same amount in the future. That's part of how cryptocurrency works. So my recommendation is, if you had to choose between cloud mining or doing your own for Bitcoin, that you probably look at buying one of these. That I think is a safer bet. Because if nothing else, if you buy it and you're not figuring it out and you can't work it out and you're just not getting it or whatnot, then you can at least go on and sell it on Craigslist and somebody will snap it up right away. In fact, if you go look on Amazon, this is funny. If you go look on Amazon, they cost a lot more than this. And it's because people can't get them fast enough and they don't know where to buy them. They don't know that there's only a couple places in the world that manufacture these. So anyway, there is that. Now, I choose to mine via GPU and CPU, and there will be future videos, so do subscribe, talking about how I'm actually doing it. I'll explain my experience with CPU mining and GPU mining, and I will say I am making money on my machines that have these gaming video cards in them. I'm making money right now, and I will show you how to do that. So please do subscribe. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.